Very good evening all, I'm Aditi Lamba and welcome to the Wednesday night edition of Vision of Asia. Much on tonight's episode of South Asian News features comments, commemorations and community on the ongoing Festival of Lights Diwali and the season of galas, giving back and acknowledgements. Remember to connect with us if you have a story to share that celebrates the diaspora this season or your opinions on political and social issues that impact you. Email us on events@itvgold.com for a nationwide display of South Asian cultural showcases, conventions, celebrities, and a lot more. We look forward to bringing interesting stories and events. Also, now a quick shout out for some of the most popular Indian comedians who will make their debut at the New York Comedy Festival this year on November 5th in New York City under the banner Made in India. With some top headliners, comedians, including the very respected Stephen Colbert. From the diaspora, we have Amit Tandon, Sanjay Manatala, Tushar Singh and Arun Govada, and also comedian and Indian actor Veer Das, who is slated to perform at Such a Great Floor, which is considered for New York's most important and prestigious stage for comedians. Congratulations to all the Indians bringing much recognition to our community this year. United Madrassi Association organizes Rally for Diwali Observance, Queens, New York. 4th Annual Desi Talk Chicago Diwali Mela 2019 attracts thousands in Illinois. Shri Navagraha Devasthanam of North America on upcoming New York Gala benefit luncheon on November 10th. And a lot more on the other side of the break. Stay with us in Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. Welcome back, I'm Aditi Lamba and this is Vision of Asia South Asian News segment, the Wednesday night edition. We have tonight some unique stories related to Indian Festival of Diwali and much more on the significance of it on the society. The festival, which is celebrated by over 1 billion people in the world, Diwali is surely one of the most festive occasions that respects all traditional culture and richness of our subcontinent. The tri-state area of New York, New Jersey and Connecticut especially sees a great acknowledgement of the Festival of Lights, raising awareness and admiration for the diaspora during this time. We have tonight highlights from the recently held peaceful rally for Diwali, which was hosted in Queens, New York by the United Madrassi Association, comprising of many key members of the Indo-Caribbean and South Asian community as well as leaders. The rally called for recognition of Diwali as a public holiday in New York City for public schools so that all students observing Diwali, the major Hindu festival, could enjoy the occasion joyfully with their family and friends without any pressure of missing schoolwork or exams. Sending a message for inclusiveness and standing in solidarity with respect to diversity, the rally saw support and attendance by several elected officials such as Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, candidate for mayor, along with State Senator John Liu, District Leader Richard David, and Queensborough President candidate Elizabeth Crowley. With Diwali's global message of peace, light over darkness, and the genuine positivity, the United Madrassi Association hopes to present the true purpose and importance for the festival, which is being celebrated by a great number of New Yorkers every year. Also in attendance were many school students conveying beautiful messages for making Diwali a public holiday, holding several placards and several signs for the Festival of Lights. Here are the highlights coming in.
Do we have Eid ul-Fitr for holiday? Yes. Do we have Eid ul-Adha? Yes. Do we have Yom Kippur for a holiday? Yes. Do we have the Lunar Year, the Chinese New Year for holiday? Yes. Do we have Diwali for holiday? No! Do we have Diwali for holiday? No! And when are we going to make a holiday? Now! They're doing their part by saying they want the holiday. My dear friends, as parents, we have been sending our kids to school. We are sending a clear message to the mayor that our holiday is not important.
There are 2.5 million Hindus in the United States. A large portion of that is here in New York City. Every borough in New York City is home to Hindus. And if you look around in any major block in this area, I can promise you, you'll find a Hindu mandir. And just neighboring us is another tradition, the Sikh tradition, and they too celebrate Diwali. So there are a lot of us. Our students need to see themselves reflected in the academic calendar. When they are not reflected in the academic calendar, what government is telling us is that we don't matter. And we do matter. Do we matter? Yeah. We matter.
What do we want? Holiday. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Holiday. When do we want it? Now. You know what I want? I want a holiday. And you know when I want it? I want it now. I am not an elected official, but not yet. But I am hoping to run. I'm going to be running for city council in a couple of years, and I'm hoping that you get this. I am telling you two things. Right now, I am volunteering to help this community remain one and get the holiday now. But if, in case that doesn't happen, I make a pledge that when I get to the city council, my priority will be to make Diwali a school holiday.
Definitely. All right, so here's the thing. I mean, as you can hear in the background, declare Diwali a holiday. I remember a few days ago, you put out a tweet that Diwali, you know, it's all about respecting diversity and, of course, everyone as well. And you said you put out a post that said that if you had the power, you would make Diwali recognized as a citywide holiday. Now, of course, can we hold you to that? If you're elected as mayor, how soon do we see that happening?
You see it happen right away. It gets done. And there's just this track record of things that I stand for. People who knew me from the police department with 100 Blacks in law enforcement, people who knew me that fought against the denial of all groups. I push for the Chinese holiday that you see. I push for the Muslim holiday that you see. I push for diversity. So this is not new for me. This is in the same tone, the same song I've been singing for all groups. And some of the arguments is that we don't have more school days that are available. That's not acceptable. We can make it happen.
Well, yeah, that's one of the arguments. There's not enough days, but yet still the mayor, I believe, extended the winter break or something like that recently. So, yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of preposterous in my mind. But, I mean, forget about the amount of days. I mean, a few moments ago, you listened to attorney at law, Aminta Kilawan-Narayan. She said that, well, there's not enough statistics and numbers that's counted. So if you are, you know, people counted, you know, in terms of kids who are in New York City public schools who celebrate Diwali. Now, without that stats, can you still sign it?
Yes, you can. It's within the scope of the mayor to make it happen, and this is not something that I'm going to hesitate on. I'm going to be intentional about making sure that our city is reflective of the diversity that it involves. Not only the holiday itself, but the books we read. Our children need to see people that look like them in the books that we read. How do we teach each other diversity? It has to be intentional, and I'm going to be intentional about it.
Over 10 years ago, we made Diwali officially recognized as a holiday in a very special way, a New York City way. In New York City, there's no more important holiday than a day where you don't have to move your car from one side of the street to the other. And it was a long fight. The city council passed it in my committee. Unfortunately, the mayor vetoed it at the time. So we had to reconvene the city council to override the mayor's veto, and we made Diwali a special parking holiday in the city of New York, like many other holidays are. It was not about Diwali itself. It was more about the recognition of the holiday and its importance to so many New Yorkers. And now we have a mayor who actually could go ahead and make Diwali a school holiday. He could just do that. He's done it with other holidays. But short of that, and unfortunately I can't make him do anything, but we have in the state legislature some efforts to make state law requiring Diwali to be a holiday. So it's not, you know, why should parents have to choose between sending their kids to school and keeping the family together for their most important holiday, particularly in the Hindu community? And so I'm going to do everything I can to work alongside Vijay and my colleague, Senator Kevin Thomas in Albany, and other elected officials to ensure that you don't have to choose between school and between celebrating your most important holiday. Let's go Diwali. Thank you very much.
We now have more highlights from the very successful 2019 Desi Talk Chicago Diwali Mela held in Addison, Illinois, which saw thousands attend a great day event featuring performing acts, speech addresses, vendors, and much more. This was the 4th annual Desi Talk Chicago Diwali Mela produced by the team of Parik Worldwide Media, gathering distinguished members and public officials such as Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy and Chicago Indian Consul General Sudhakar Dalela. Presenting a flourishing platform for young Indian performers, businesses and entities, the Chicago Diwali Mela truly brought together the spirit of Festival of Lights Diwali and its benevolent messages of prosperity, respect, and community gathering, along with a full celebration of performance acts catering to all the likes and needs of South Asian community on the festival. This year saw the US Bank as 4th Desi Talk Diwali Mela's title sponsor, showcasing the diversity initiative of the US Bank, who proudly presented much love and admiration to the growing South Asian community of the Midwest. We spoke to Syed Nizami, the representative and branch manager for the US Bank. Let's take a look at some highlights coming in.
This is Urvashi Verma reporting from ITV Gold. We are here at the 2019 Desi Talk Chicago Diwali Mela, and we are here with Mr.
Syed Nizami.
Mr. Nizami is the branch manager for Schaumburg US Bank, our title sponsor for this event, and we'd like to ask him a few questions about the event today. So tell us, what did you think about the event today?
Oh, it's a great event, and then I saw such a good festivity and then festive moments over here, and then all the community was so involved. So I like the event, and then this is our 3rd year that we've been sponsoring this event, and we are part of the local Indian community, not within this Chicago market, but we are also sponsoring in 3 other markets within our footprint. So it's a huge achievement for us, and then I'm very thankful for them for letting us be part of this event and celebrate Diwali with you, with Indian community.
Wonderful. There's been a lot, Mr. Nizami, that US Bank is doing with the Indian American community, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what why that is. Why is the bank helping supporting our community so much, and where the initiative, this initiative, really came from?
Yes. Okay. So we are actually focused on our diversified cultural markets. So we actually support so many diversified communities within our footprint, which includes, and then it's Indian community is identified as one of the top markets on top community which we support. And then they are our customers. We have like a lot of employees. They are from India, and then we have like a huge market, like 4 huge market that has like a huge clientele, which is Indian community. So as part of our greater embedded strategy within US Bank, we identified that okay, we're going to be part of the community, and then that's our commitment to our small communities which we support, that we're going to go and then sponsor them and then give them make them feel special, and then be part of their celebration, and then be part of their daily lives, and then that's how we're going to create and then change or maybe part of their daily life routines. So that's what our strategy
a little bit about, are there any current offers that are available to our community members through your bank?
Yes, for the Diwali celebration especially, we are offering $400 to set up a new bank account with us, and then they have to meet certain requirements for that, which is like maybe direct deposit, couple of direct deposits which is gonna hit the account. Otherwise, they can just come to any branch within our footprint, and then they can say that okay, they are the part of the Diwali celebration, and then want to set up the account, and then we will give them $400 within 60 days of opening the account.
Lastly, I would like to ask you, Diwali is a time of prosperity, right? हम इंडियन हैं, हमारे दिमाग में ये होता है कि दिवाली आता है, नया साल हमारा शुरू हो रहा है और हम माँ लक्ष्मी को हम पुजाते हैं और बुलाते हैं। तो आप बैंक में काम करते हैं, आप हमें बताइए कि आप अगर आम आदमी को एडवाइस दे रहे होते तो आप क्या बोलते हो?
ये इतना अच्छा सेलिब्रेशन है कि लाइट्स का सेलिब्रेशन है, हर जगह पे लाइट्स होती हैं, रोशनियाँ होती हैं जो कि अंधेरे को ओवरकम करती हैं। सो उससे इतना ज़बरदस्त फेस्टिवल मैंने किसी और कम्युनिटी में नहीं देखा, और जितनी यहाँ पे क्लोज कम्युनिटी है इंडियन कम्युनिटी। और विद इन शॉम्बर्ग मार्केट, मैं तो शॉम्बर्ग में हूँ बट स्टिल शिकागो लैंड में जिस तरह से सेलिब्रेशन होती है और सब इतने क्लोज हैं और हर दूसरे की हेल्प करते हैं, सो दैट्स द गुड स्पिरिट विच वी जो हम देखते हैं यहाँ पे। और बहुत ही अच्छा लगता है कि इतने दूर 8000 मील दूर हैं हम अपनी कंट्रीज़ से, इंडिया से, और यहाँ पे भी ऐसा माहौल है कि हर कोई घर का फील करता है। सो विच इज़ लाइक अमेजिंग, एंड देन इट्स सो इम्प्रेसिव टू सी कि कितना हम लोग यहाँ पे आके तरक्की कर रहे हैं और कितनी ज़्यादा हम यहाँ पे प्रोग्रेस कर रहे हैं और अब हमारे बच्चों को फॉरवर्ड कर रहे हैं। सो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ कि यहाँ पे इस तरह के इवेंट करने से हम अपने बच्चों को, आगे आने वाली जनरेशन को अपना पूरा कल्चर ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं।
It's time for another show break. Stay tuned on to Vision of Asia. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Vision of Asia, our daily South Asian news segment, Wednesday night edition. Concluding the show tonight, we have a conversation featuring key members from Shri Navagraha Devasthanam of North America, a dedicated non-profit organization to creating Hindu temples and fostering Vedic culture and heritage of spiritual philosophy across the nation. A project which aims to establish 9 branches all over the United States recently saw the completion of the first temple of the 9 temples. The first Saniswara temple has been consecrated in the city of New York. Discussing much on the new temple dedicated to Hindu god Shani and its significance for Hindus, ITV Gold's Ashok Vyas spoke to key members who also invited all to Shri Navagraha Devasthanam's upcoming 2019 Gala benefit luncheon to be held on November 10th at Great Neck in New York starting 11 a.m. The gala will feature many community leaders, non-profit organizations and other spiritual and political personalities, also including ITV Gold Parekh Media's chairman Padma Shri Dr. Sudeep Parekh as the chief guest of honor. Let's take a look at the conversation.
We all are guided by planets in some way, and especially the role of Lord Shani, Shanishwara, is important. Sridharji, talk to us a little bit more about how it came into being.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, November 2012, Rupa had a dream, and it was a crow which came and started talking to her, but then she didn't understand what it was. And later, the next couple of dreams were when our Guruji, we have an ashram in India called the Lalita Ashram, he had come in into a dream. After Samadhi, he had attained Samadhi 35 years back. He came in a dream and said, Rupa, you have to see all the Shivakaras. He showed all the Shivakaras, showed Sanishwara and said, do Abhishekam and build a temple for him. After the dream, I did consult a couple of, I consulted Kanchikamakoti Peetam, Sharda Peetam, and also I went to North India, Jyotirmat, and everybody said, like, ek pattar rakho or build a temple. So that's how the whole process came in, and my mission was not to just build one temple. I said Navagrahas play such an important role in our day-to-day life, and they do all the planning of what, who, and what we are, who we are, and where we lead ourselves to. So I thought we should build 9 temples in 9 cities in US, where it'll be the first of its kind in the world outside India. So we created a project around it, and the first temple is dedicated to Sanishwara, and he's called the Sarvamangala Sanishwara in New York, and it was his decision to come to New York.
Sarvamangala Shanishwara temple, and the seed came to Rupaji in dream, and Rupaji, many times we have dreams and then next morning we forget about it, or some dream like this where you wanted to take it seriously. Did you question what was it, etc.? So talk to us about that period when first you were processing the dream and its implication, and you shared it with Sridharji.
Namaste, Jai Shri Shani Deva. And it's everybody in their life, they get a dream day to day, but especially this dream, I also never knew this is going to come true. So this is the beyond all the human power that the Supreme Lord gave me and my husband to do this wonderful. There is a cause behind that.
So there is a cause behind it, and before we started talking, Sridharji said she talks very less, and she proved it. She proved her husband right. So Sridharji, but I'll try and talk to her off and on. So I come back to you. When she shared the dream, was there some sort of a previous background to both of you having a sense of nearness to Shanishwaraji?
No, it's not Shanishwaraji. But what happened was my grandfather was one of the root, supporters for building a Sai Baba temple in Bangalore. And my father's side, my family had dedicated themselves for building a Shiva temple in near Virupuram. So there is a trace to go back that, also my great-grand-aunt built a Vale temple in the Scepter temple for Subramanya in Bangalore. So the trace is there, but we never thought we would be building a temple because this particular dream was persistent. First, when she said this crow is coming and saying something, I would just brush her off by saying, you're watching too many Harry Potter films. So that, but then she used to say, no, it's nothing about film. He's coming and saying something to me. So this happened frequently, and when this frequentness came up, and then followed by the Swamiji coming in, followed by Swamiji coming and saying that, you have to pay attention to the dream. We thought there was something behind it, and there's a mission which we have to just start rolling it in. And that's how we came in. It's not like we took a decision, like any other temple, like build a Ganesha temple or a Sai Baba temple or a Rama temple, but this is absolutely a tangent. We were taken Sanishwara, built a temple for him.
Sorry. Here is a question for you, and this is coming from some of our viewers. When they hear that Rupaji got the dream, they must be thinking, why am I not getting any dream? So what was it that you were doing in terms of your practices as a part of your sadhana, which you feel might have made you a good sort of receptor to these subtle suggestions?
As I told you, it's my guru's blessing, my mom's divinity, and of course, my wonderful husband's support. Everything was fallen on right place, and it's here for our community, to the future generation, and for the world.
So, continuing Sanatan tradition through Shani Maharaj temple, also far away from India. Now, Sridharji, talk to us. You mentioned about the upcoming Gala, where it is happening, and what are the special features of this, and those of our viewers who want to be a part of that event, how should they proceed?
Yeah, this is the first time we are doing this mega gala extravaganza, as we call. It's a special day. We are doing it on November 10th, Sunday, November 10th at Leonard's Plaza in Great Neck, and it starts at 11 a.m. So we have, very important people in the community coming in. We have elected officials coming in. We have celebrities coming in, and it's going to have a vegetarian lunch, non-alcoholic beverages. A very unique way we are trying to establish that how rich our Vedic culture and heritage is. And, we have entertainment-wise, we have classical dancer who's also a film personality. Her name is Divya Unni. I have a list of names who I can say that they really...
Oh, let me add one name, because I saw the flyer also, and I'm aware that among those who are coming for the 10th November Gala, Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, chairman of ITV Gold, is also supported.
So it's the first temple in the world outside India. Nowhere in the world there is another Sanishwara temple exclusively dedicated to Shani Bhagwan. So it's the only temple in the whole world. And the Murti, when you come and watch the Murti, he's so smiling and blissful. You'll never have another Murti who's so affectionate, loving, and he comes to you directly. He hears whatever you have to talk to him. Thank you.
So, we heard Sridharji, but in order to hear the deity, you need to go there and have darshan.
Watch full interview featuring British singer, songwriter and producer Arjun this Saturday, November 2nd at 10:30 a.m. on Inside Scoop. And that is all for tonight's episode of Vision of Asia. Remember to send us your suggestion and get your voices and organizations on our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook @itvgold. You can also now subscribe to many of our popular shows on our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Vision of Asia, and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.